Hi, and welcome to our NeoLife New Promoter Power Hour training. My name is Stephen Whitwell. I'm Vice President of Field Development here at NeoLife, and I'm super excited that you've joined us for this power-packed training. Let me tell you what you can expect over the next hour or so. We're going to be diving in and helping you be able to launch, scale, and grow your business to whatever level you want as a new promoter. We're going to go through and talk about all of the critical and most important foundational parts to building a NeoLife business, so that way at the end of this training, you're going to be fully equipped and ready to run in building your business and changing your life through our opportunity. And so how we've designed today's training is myself, along with our Director of Field Development for North America, Ashley Peebles, will be diving into what we call the 6 Ps. These 6 Ps really are the foundation for all of the skills and knowledge you need to launch, grow, and scale your business to whatever level that you have decided that you want to achieve. And so these 6 Ps are as follows. First is purpose. We're going to help you define your purpose so you know why you're doing this and what you want to accomplish. Second P is products. We're going to talk about becoming a product of the products and using the products so that way you're more effective at sharing this with other people. Third P is we're going to talk about packaging your story. You know, you're going to need to be able to tell the story of how NeoLife is impacting your life, and there's a specific way to do that. The fourth P is people. We're going to help you define who are the people that you want to go share this with. So that way you have a never-ending list of people that you can be sharing NeoLife with to help them and impact their life. The fifth P is process. We want to walk you through a specific process of how you can build this business and what you need to do each and every day, what behaviors and actions you need to take, what process you need to take every day to build your business. And then finally, the sixth P, we'll talk about plugging in and how important it is and where you can plug in to stay connected. So I am so excited that you've joined us. If you do not have your pen and paper out or a journal or your computer to be able to take notes, I want to encourage you to do that right now. You want to take detailed notes of this training today because it'll be the foundation for not only how you get started as a new promoter in NeoLife, but it's how you're going to help other people get started as a new promoter in NeoLife. And I'll say this, one of the things that we're not going to talk about today, but it is a skill that is foundational that I want to mention as we get started, is there's one thing that's not a part of the 6 Ps, but it's critically important. And that's the skill of having a heart to want to help people. If you are on this Power Hour training right now, and you do have a heart to want to go out and help people, you have a heart to want to go make an impact in people's lives, then you're in the right place. Because what I love about the NeoLife opportunity is there is no opportunity for you if you don't impact other people's lives positively. But if you do have a heart to want to help people and you have a mission to go make a big difference in a lot of people's lives, this opportunity can be whatever you want it to be. You can take it to any level that you set for yourself. So if you have a heart to want to help people and you master the 6 Ps that we're going to discuss today, I can't wait to see what you're going to accomplish in your NeoLife journey. So without further ado, we're going to dive right into the training today. And I'm super, super excited and honored to hand this over to Ashley Peebles.
So let's start with the first P, which is purpose. So you've got to start with why. You've got to start with why you are doing this business. Now, sometimes when you ask someone, what is your purpose for building this business? They're going to feel like they need to give you some pie in the sky answer. Maybe they even need to repeat what our mission as a company is, which is to end the trend of poor health and financial stress. That is our mission. But that doesn't mean that it's your purpose. Your purpose is going to be your reason for getting up off the couch when all you want to do is sit there and binge watch your favorite show and actually do some work. It's going to be your reason for getting up in the morning and using your extra time to build this business to help other people. But the words I just used often get overused. You'll ask someone what their purpose is and they'll say, oh, it's to help other people. Well, that's great. Like, I want to help other people too. But if I've got to choose between helping other people and spending time with my family, I'm probably going to spend time with my family. So you have to find something that's going to get you to work consistently every single day. So when you ask someone, what do you want out of life? That's a big question. But if you ask someone, what do you have in your life right now that you do not want? Like, what do you have in your life that you want to get rid of? Now, that is an easier question to answer. I had a friend one time that shared this example with me. He was like, so here's the deal. If a spider walks by in my house, it's not that really big of a deal, right? I'll pick up the spider, I'll put him outside, but it's not that big of a deal. The spider doesn't bother me in my house. But if a mouse runs by, I'm moving, right? So the reason I share that example is we all have spiders. That's kind of an icky example, but go with me. We all have like spiders. We've got the bugs. We've got the things that we don't like in our lives, but we tolerate. But what you allow to be in your life, what you tolerate to exist, you give permission to exist. But what are the mice in your life, right? If you see a mouse in your house and you're going to move, that's something you're not willing to tolerate. So I think in order to find your purpose, you've got to look at the things in your life that you don't want. You've got to acknowledge the things that you're allowing to exist because you're tolerating. And then you've got to find those mice. You've got to find what the mice are in your life that you're not willing to put up with anymore. The things that you have to get rid of. Whether that's poor health for yourself, whether that is debt in your life, whether that was us when we first got started in this industry. I heard a quote that said, the most dangerous risk of all is the risk of spending your life not doing what you want on the bet that you can buy yourself the freedom to do it later. It's exactly how we were living our life. That was the mouse in my house. It was the mice in my life. I was so frustrated that we were putting off everything that we wanted to do today. And right now we wanted to travel. And we couldn't do that because we didn't have any extra streams of income coming into our life. That was what I wasn't willing to tolerate. I remember telling my husband, look, we've got to find a way to bring in extra income because I'm going to look better in a bikini at 35 than 65, right? So why put off walking the beaches of the world together until retirement when we can do something different now? And that was the mouse in the house. That is what put us into action. So maybe it's a little different take on purpose than you've heard before. I hope so. So find the mouse in your house, figure out what it is that's going to get you up off the couch, get you working consistently every day in order to build this business.
Thank you, Ashley. And now let's dive into the second P, which is to use the products and to become a product of the products. Okay, so why is this so important as a new promoter that's wanting to launch, grow, and scale your business? Well, we're in word-of-mouth marketing. You're in word-of-mouth marketing. Think about this for a moment. How difficult would it be to tell someone about a movie that you've never seen? Or how difficult would it be to tell someone about an experience you had at a restaurant that you've never eaten at? Well, in the exact same way, it's very hard to tell people about NeoLife products and the experiences that they can expect on these products and the results that people are having if you're not using the products yourself. So, the first step is to use the products correctly and consistently personally. Now, I want to clarify that I want to encourage you to use what you can afford. Now, the more products that you can use, the better, but our goal is to be a solution to your problems, not to add on problems. So always use what you can afford. And I believe that, hey, just using Elevate is more than enough to create a powerful story and to be able to go build a business. But I will say this also, the more products that you can use, that's the more experiences you're going to have with the NeoLife products, and that's the more that you'll be able to share with people as you're out there, growing your business. So use the NeoLife nutritional products, as many as you can afford. Use the NeoLife personal care products, our Nutrients line, shampoos and conditioners and body wash and skincare. Use our golden home care line for laundry detergents and for cleaners and things along those lines. The reason is you want to be you want to be your own personal best customer. But the second reason is as I mentioned, now you have an experience with our entire line of products. So when we say that you want to use the products and become a product of the products, why do we say that? Well, first, as I mentioned, is that you'll have a personal story and a personal experience. The second reason we want you to use the product and become a product of the product is because as you use the products correctly and consistently, and you get results on the products. What do we mean by getting results on the products? That's having more energy, looking better, feeling better, performing better, losing weight, adding muscle, getting healthier, whatever it may be. People will notice that. People will notice the results that you're having on product. They're going to say things like, wow, you look incredible, or wow, your mood is improved. You have so much more energy. You seem so much happier, more vibrant, or you look so much healthier, etc. Well, as that's happening, you know what? You now are becoming your own best marketing tool, and you're becoming a walking billboard in your own business because you use the products and you became a product of the product. So the second reason is that, yes, the first is you want to have an experience with the products so you can talk about them. The second reason is because you want to become a walking billboard so that people can see and notice the difference that the products are making in your own life. What does that allow? That allows for you to have conversations with them because people are going to ask, what are you doing? And then the third reason that you want to use the products and become a product of the products is because as you get new people started on products, as you get customers on products and you get other promoters started on products, you're going to want to support them in their product journey. And the best way to know how to help someone else throughout their product journey, throughout their health and wellness journey, is to be on your own personal health and wellness journey and to use the products yourself. If you're using the products, you can help other people so much more effectively use the products. You'll know how to tell them when to take the products and how they're going to feel in the products and all of those things. So those are the three key reasons we encourage you to use the products and to become a product of the products. Is one, you need experience with the products. The more products you can have experience with, the better. Now, use what you can afford. But if you can use the NeoLife nutritional line, fantastic. Have experience with those products. Use the Nutrients organic skincare and personal care products. Have an experience and have stories for that. Use the Golden Home Care line to have a safe, healthy, clean home. Now you've got all of these products that you're using, you have an experience with, and you can tell others why you're using them and how you're using them. Second reason, again, that you want to be a product of the products is you want to become that walking billboard. So my encouragement and challenge is to get results on the products. Use the products correctly and consistently and get the best results possible so that you're looking better, you're feeling better, you're performing better, and now you're a walking billboard. So people are going to ask you, what are you doing? And third, if you want to be able to help other people on their product journey, it's so much easier if you already have a product journey yourself, so you can share with them from your own experience what it's like to use this product and when to use this product and how they're going to feel in the product. So to coach other people on our products more effectively, it's best if you're using the products first. And then I'll close this session with this. I had someone tell me one time, oh, Stephen, it's okay. I don't need to use the products. I don't need to be a product of the products. I can sell anything to anybody. And I thought to myself in the back of my head, I didn't say this out loud, wow, you are going to be so bad at this. And the reason I said that is because that's not what we're about. That's not what this is. This isn't just being able to go out and just sell a product. That's not effective in NeoLife. What is effective is having a personal experience with NeoLife, personally knowing and feeling and experiencing the power of these products, and then going out and sharing that experience, sharing that impact that you've had, sharing the results that you're having with other people. This business is so much more about you sharing what you're experiencing and what's happened in your life versus trying to go out and just sell something that you've never used. So I want to encourage you, use the products and become a product of the products. Now, I'm going to hand this back over to Ashley.
Our third P stands for package. Package your story. So in this business, all we are professional storytellers. So you better get good at telling a compelling, exciting story in order to get people's attention. First of all, I want you to know that everyone has a story. Even if you've only tried one product at NeoLife, you have a story. Because there's a reason that you paid attention to NeoLife. What was that? Or there's a reason that you bought that product a second time. What was that? So now we just have to take that story and put it into a story form that's compelling and exciting and concise. So know this, stories sell and facts tell. People remember stories 22 times more than just a fact. So you want to make sure that when you're telling your story, even though we love the facts of NeoLife, that you don't dive into the science too much and you don't dive into the facts too much, only the ones that are real and relevant to your story. Remember this rule of thumb. If it's not necessary to say, it is necessary not to say it. You can always add in more color later. Think of your story as like a framework, and you're just getting started, but you really want to paint a beautiful mural of what NeoLife is in your life, but it's going to take multiple sittings to paint that mural. So you just want to start with some overarching light strokes and go back and add more color and definition and content to that mural. So let's start out with just a framework. So we've got a couple of frameworks that you can work with. Number one, you could use your struggle, your solution, and your success. So think about it that way. You could tell someone, like, what was your struggle that brought you to NeoLife? What was the solution that you found? And then what was the success that happened to you? If that's the easiest framework to work with, go for it. Knock yourself out. Just make it real and relatable. Another way to look at it is where you were, what you saw, what you did, and what you're excited about or where you're going. So think about it that way, where you were, not physically sitting on the couch where you were, but like what was happening in your life that caused you to look at NeoLife? And then what did you see? What caught your attention that someone else was doing? What did you do? How'd you get started on products? What products did you get started on? And then what happened to you? And now, why are you excited to share with other people? If we can work within this framework, we can keep it real and relevant and exciting, because what we're looking for is we're looking for a brief, passionate, exciting, results-driven story. And too often they become long, technical, more boring stories, and you'll lose the person that you're talking to. You want to make sure that you're relatable, that you're authentic, and that they trust you. That piece is built in the very first portion of your story, your struggle or where you were. You want to be raw and real and relatable in that portion, because people need to see where you were. People need to see their story inside yours. So you want to be concise, you don't want to overtalk, and you always want to end with a question. But you also want to take your story and tune it in to WIIFM, what's in it for me, for them. You want to tune your story to their frequency. Most people are lacking in time, security, money, health. So if you're talking to someone and you've created a relationship and you find that they're lacking in time or security or money or health, you can tune to their frequency and adjust your story, real, relatable, but adjust your story so that it will be real and relatable in their life. You want to make sure that your story creates curiosity, because you want to leave room for a dialogue. This is not a monologue situation. You want to make certain that it fits in the realm of what you're talking about. If someone looks at you and says, "Oh, I see NeoLife on your shirt. What is that?" You don't want to go all professional and perfect and say, "Oh, when NeoLife found me, da 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 da." That is not the way you do it. You've got to live your story and be your story, and you have to work it into conversation and weave it into the natural flow of conversation with someone else. You also need to leave purposeful information gaps. And that sounds weird. Like, why wouldn't I want to tell them everything? The best example that I have that I can give you is, let's pretend that you liked my pink dress. And you were like, "Oh, Ashley, I like your dress." And you're like, "Oh, I'm so glad you like it. I got it at this store on this street. It cost this much money. They had it in sizes small all the way to extra large. It's of this material and it has a zipper up the back. And I wear it out to parties. I don't even go to parties, so that's a weird example. I wear it to work. I wear it to film videos for the team. I do all of these things. If I tell you everything about this dress, where I got it, how much it cost, everything that I do in it, you're going to say, "Okay, cool." And you're going to make the decision right then and there whether you go buy this dress. You're not going to ask me another question because I just told you everything I know about this dress. And that gives the feeling to the person that you're talking to that now they know everything about this dress. There's plenty that I don't know, right? There's also plenty that we leave out when we share NeoLife, but sometimes we overtalk so much. We don't tune to their frequency, and we don't leave any purposeful information gaps that people feel like they have enough information to make an informed decision right there, when in reality, they could still be misinformed and uninformed. And that's what we don't want. The misinformation and being uninformed, we can eliminate that through a conversation. But you have to get the conversation started by creating curiosity and leaving purposeful information gaps. So I hope that this training has been beneficial to you. I hope that you will take the role of being a professional storyteller very seriously, because if you improve on this skill, and that is what it is. It's not a talent. Sure, some people are better at it than others, but the people that are better at it are only better because they were bad at it at one point, they worked at it, and they stopped doing the things that weren't successful. This is a skill, and you can improve on a skill. You just have to work at it. My pro tip for packaging your story is to tell your story to someone else and then ask them what they heard. Because oftentimes we add in things that really don't matter. We add in excess. And all that really matters is what that other person heard. So tell them to handle you with truth and grace. The quote there is, if you give me truth without grace, I won't hear you. If you give me grace without truth, it won't change me. And we want to be changed. We want to get better, especially at the skill of being a professional storyteller. So tell someone else your story. Ask them what they heard. Ask them what they would leave out. If it got a little boring anywhere, if it got a little long, if it sounded too salesy. And then commit yourself to getting better at this skill, and you will watch your conversations flourish. You'll watch your list get longer. You'll have more meaningful conversations and more meaningful prospects in your funnel, and your business will grow.
Now, let's dive into creating your list. And so I'm not going to go through an full exhaustive categories of everybody that you can think of, but I do want to at least get you right now on pen and paper or in your phone 50 to 60 names that you could go talk to about NeoLife immediately. First is this. Can you create a list of 10 people that you know who want to lose weight? Maybe these individuals have shared that with you, that they're trying to lose weight or they want to lose weight. Maybe you've noticed it because they are making better food choices or they're going to the gym more. But on this list, can you put down 10 people that you know want to lose weight? Second is 10 people that you know want energy or need energy solutions. Maybe these are people that are picking up unhealthy energy drinks every day at the gas station or convenience stores. Maybe they're driving through certain, coffee shops and picking up, $5, $7, $10 coffees to get their energy. What is it? But who is 10 people that you know is already using something for energy that you can help improve their energy with Elevate? That's a much cleaner, better, healthier, more cost-effective option for them. So you got 10 people that you want to share this with that that want to lose weight. 10 people on this list that are looking for energy. Now let's do 10 people on this list that want to perform better. What I mean by want to perform better is these are people that go to the gym. They run 5Ks and half marathons, or they do, CrossFit competitions, let's say, or they do cycling classes, they do boot camps. But who are 10 people that are into fitness, they're into performance, and they are always wanting or looking for ways they can improve their performance, improve their fitness, that you can share some of our incredible products, take their performance and fitness to the next level. Okay. Next who are 10 people that value their health and their wellness? If you opened up their cabinets, they're going to have vitamins and products in their cabinets already, because they're conscious about what they eat. They're conscious about, what they put in their body. They are trying to make really good decisions. They care about their vitality and longevity. Who are 10 people that you know value health and wellness at a high level that you could share these superior products with? Okay, the next is who are 10 people that you know that are looking for extra income? Either they've mentioned it to you because they're struggling with student loan debt, they're struggling with credit card debt, they're struggling to pay rent, right? Maybe they're struggling with mortgage. Who are 10 people that you know that are wanting to earn extra income, that some of them maybe are working 2 or 3 jobs, that want to work less than 2 or 3 jobs. Maybe they work 80 hours a week. They want to work less than that. So this next category is who are 10 people that you know that are wanting to earn extra income. They need extra income to pay for bills, to pay for debt, to maybe to put some more time back in their life. Put 10 people down that you know that need to earn extra income and have a strong desire to earn extra income. Write them on their list. The next 10 that I want to give you are who are 10 people that are, I would call it, entrepreneurial. Let's use that word. Maybe that's not even the right term, but maybe who are 10 people that are entrepreneurial, or 10 people that are adventurous, or 10 people that are they're dreamers. 10 people that movers and shakers, if you will. These are just 10 people that they're never settled with just the status quo in their life. They're always looking to be able to do more and have more and things along those lines. Put those 10 people down. 10 people, they're always talking about an idea that they want to do or something. 10 people that have mentioned before they want to start their own business. They want to be their own boss. Put those 10 people down on a list. Next, I want to encourage you. The next 10 is create I call it your dream team. Who are 10 people that if you had the choice that could be a business partner with you in NeoLife, that you got to pick your first 10 people? Who are those 10 people on this list? Put your dream team down and make sure to let them know how important they are to you and how important or how much you value them and what you see them like. That they're a part of your dream team. People want to know that they are that people value them and that people respect them. And so when you put down 10 people on your dream team, your top 10 people that if you could join you as a business partner would be your first 10 people you'd pick. Put them on a list. These may be one of the first 10 people that you want to reach out to, but you also want to let them know that why you're calling. Why you want them to be a part of this with you and why they're on your dream team list. It's probably because they have a lot of attributes in their own life that would make them highly successful in NeoLife, because they're of high character and integrity. They build great relationships. They want to help people. They want to serve others, all those kinds of things. They're just good people. And then the last 10 I want to put on your list is the I love you list. Who are 10 people that no matter what you're doing in life, no matter what happens in life, they're going to love you because of who you are. They just love you for who you are. I mean, if you were in a ditch in the middle of the night, you could call them and they'd be one of the first people to come help you out. This is the I love you list. They just love you no matter what. Let them know what you're doing. And at worst, they'll at least listen to what you have to offer. Okay, now again, this is not an exhaustive list, but right now you should have about 70, 80, maybe 100 names on your list already right now that you can begin talking to about NeoLife. And then from there, we will expand your list over time.
So the 5th P is process. Now, what do we mean by process? It's the process that we follow that leads to success. Today, we're going to cover our success system, which is our process, and the DMO, which is really what you do every day. You can follow a system to perfection, but if you don't know what you do every day, you still sort of find yourself lagging. So our success system starts with a one-on-one appointment or meeting. Now, what is a one-on-one appointment? That is where you are specifically meeting with someone to discuss NeoLife. What is it not? A one-on-one is not meeting someone in the grocery store, giving them your business card, and then calling that a one-on-one and walking off. No, it's when both parties know that you're discussing NeoLife and there is a dialogue back and forth, not a monologue. So after you perform or you engage in a one-on-one, your question that you're going to ask yourself is, do they want to hear more? If they want to hear more, you're going to lead them to the second part of our success system. And that's a 2-on-1 appointment or a 3-way call. You can do this in lots of different ways. You can do it by phone, you can do it in person, or you can do 3-way messages on Facebook or Instagram. You can do 3-way text message groups. If you are going to do it on Facebook, Instagram, or text message, make sure that you're using the voice feature. There are so many things that are lost in translation when you're texting things out, and they're not really going to get to hear more. So you want to make sure that they literally hear another voice. So in that 2-on-1 appointment or that 3-way call, what they are getting is another person's perspective. They're seeing another person's vision. They're getting questions from someone else. Know that the person that you are putting on the phone call, your mentor, your leader, or your friend, they don't necessarily have to know more than you. They don't have to be smarter than you. They don't have to even have done this longer than you. It just needs to be someone that you can form a connection with your new prospect. Maybe you're putting someone on the phone with your new prospect because they remind you of your new prospect, or this person has already overcame a difficulty that your new prospect is looking for. So you have a 1-on-1 where you're speaking to that new prospect all by yourself. You answer the question, do they want to hear more? They say yes. You move them into a 2-on-1, a 3-way, a business appointment, or a 3-way call. You're going to ask yourself, do they want to learn more? If the answer to that is yes, then you're going to lead them into one of our Discover Mores, whether it's virtual or in person. So you can use the corporate Discover More. We do it every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, or you can do your own Discover More virtually, or you can host one in your house. But what you're doing there is you're going to show them more about NeoLife. You're going to show them a 30,000-foot overview of who we are, what we do, why we do it. You're going to give them a little taste of each of our lines. You're going to show them more about our financial solution and our health solution. And at the end of that, you're just going to ask yourself, do they want to see more? If the answer to that is yes, the next step is to connect them with the community. Now, this is such an important part of the process. You'll see that every step of the way, we're adding in more voices. We're adding in more experiences. This could really be called the system of more. Because every step, you're giving them another voice, another person, another perspective, more vision. They get to see more clearly through every step of this process. So when you connect them to the community, you're swinging the door wide open on NeoLife. They're no longer looking at it only through your view. They're not looking through a peephole at what NeoLife has to offer. They get to see the whole shebang. And the more people they meet, the more micro connections they get to form, the more people they meet that may end up being the person that connects all the dots for them, that makes them want to do this forever. You know, it's not always the person that introduces someone to NeoLife that ends up making the greatest impact on their life. I have seen people meet their best friends for life just through a connection on a trip or through a connection made over Facebook in a Facebook group. So do not skip the step of connecting more with the community, getting them to the team retreats, making sure that they get to meet more people. And then after that, if they have heard, they've seen, they've learned more, now is time that they get to feel more. The last step in the success system is getting them to Impact Summit. This is our largest event of the year. It's the most important event of the year for a reason. It's where they get to feel what NeoLife is all about. They get to see the why behind the corporate vision. They get to hear directly from the CEO, from the founder, from the corporate staff, from the movers and shakers in the field, from our champions. They get to see success in person, and they get to feel it and touch it. That's where lives are changed when you get them in that room. Never stop short of the 5th step in the success system, because that's where the magic happens, is in the room at Impact Summit. So that's our success system. Each step you add more, each step you add more people, each step you add more voices, and they get to see more and more and more in our system of more. So as you're doing that, what do you do every day? That's also very simple. You're going to follow our DMO. or our daily method of operation. You can find this business activity tracker for your daily method of operation in your back office or on home base. And it's very simple. We decided to take the long version that we used to have and really make it compact, because there's really only 4 or 5 things that are money-making activities in this business that you need to do every day. Now, when I say money-making activities, what I mean is simple. If you are organizing your desk, or you're designing business cards, or you're scrolling on Facebook to try to find someone to talk to, none of those are money-making activities. Now, there are things that have to happen. You need to clean your desk. You need to find new people to talk to. You need to add to your list, but they're not money-making activities. So we have made your DMO very short, very concise, very to the point. It is 5 things. 1, engage a prospect in a conversation today. That is a money-making activity that will get you paid. Follow up with someone today. That's the step that usually gets forgotten more than anything else. It's a little scary. Engage someone in the success system today. Get someone into a one-on-one, or move someone from a one-on-one to a 2-on-1. Check in with customers and promoters that you already have. So follow up with people that are already on your team or already on products. And then last but not least, start a new customer or promoter today. If you do any of those 5 things or all of those 5 things, you're going to be moving in the right direction. You're focusing on money-making activities. That is what you need to do. That's true action in this business. And you're not going to get anywhere without true, consistent action. So the consistent piece of it is where you bring in the business activity tracker for your DMO. It has 7 days of the week listed, and you're able to put check marks every day when you complete one of those 5 DMOs. Or if you want to up your game, you can put tally marks of how many times each day you complete one of those 5 tasks. You can turn it into a game. You can try to beat your spouse and have more points than them. You could form a group together and try to have the most points in your group, or you could just compete with yourself and try to have more points today than yesterday, or at the end of the week, have more points this week than you did last week. That way you know that you are moving the ball down the field and you're getting closer to achieving your goals and your vision here at NeoLife.
Now, I have the opportunity to discuss our final P, which is plugging in. You know, one of the great things about NeoLife is that we have a transformative community of people who are here to serve and support you and to help you every single step of the way as you're launching, growing, and scaling your business to whatever the goal that you've set for yourself. And one of the things that we want to encourage you is to plug into this community. You know, one of the things we always say is you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. That we're going to do this together. And we have opportunities weekly and throughout the year for you to be able to plug in so that you get the community, the training, the announcements, the updates, the information that you need to be successful in NeoLife. And so the first event that I want to talk about, that I want to encourage you to plug in each and every week, is our weekly leadership lives. Every single Monday morning, 52 weeks a year at 9 a.m. Pacific time, we host a weekly leadership live. It's a 30-minute meeting or less. We do it via Zoom and live stream it into our NeoLife Business Builders Facebook page. And in 30 minutes or less each week, you're going to receive encouragement and inspiration. You're going to get to receive information on all of the current incentives and promotions, and we're going to alert you on any announcements or updates that have taken place in NeoLife this last week. And we have a training every single week for you to incorporate into your business to help you have more success that week and into the future. And so our goal on our weekly leadership lives is that every Monday you get everything you need for that week to be successful. So my encouragement is every week, plug into the weekly leadership lives to stay connected to NeoLife Corporate and to stay connected to all things happening in the world of NeoLife. Okay, the second thing that I want to encourage you to plug into happens once a year, and that is our Impact Summit. I cannot encourage you enough to be at this event. This event is an in-person event that we do once a year for the entire North America market, the United States and Canada, that we all come together as NeoLife North America. This year, it'll be in Las Vegas in July And at our Impact Summit, it is 2 full days of training from some of the top world team and president's team leaders in North America. You're going to get to receive training from our scientific advisory board. You're going to get to hear the vision of NeoLife from our CEO, Kendra Brassfield. You'll be trained on and up to date on all of the new and latest things that are happening in NeoLife. Anything that we launch that's going to, to be able to grow and support your business, you're going to hear about it first at Impact Summit. But it is I can't even call it an event because it's an experience. And so I want to encourage you, the second thing to plug into each and every year as a promoter is our Impact Summit event. It'll be this July in Las Vegas for 2 full days of training, business training, product training, leadership training. You're going to get to have so much fun as well with the community of NeoLife business partners that you'll be there with. And you will walk away with a bigger vision and a bigger excitement and a bigger purpose for why you're doing NeoLife and where you're going to take your business in the year to come. So the second thing to plug into is Impact Summit. And then number 3, I want to encourage you is to plug into your team events. You're a part of a team at NeoLife, and you have leaders that are here to support you. Your team will have different functions throughout the year, throughout the week, throughout the month. I want to encourage you, plug into your team Zoom calls, plug into your team in-person meetings, plug into your team retreats. Stay connected to your team and your leaders. They're the ones that have blazed the trail before you, and they're here to help teach, train, and mentor you in this business. They're going to be the ones that are there in person to be able to support and help you every step of the way. So those are the 3 aspects of ways that you can stay connected and plugged in NeoLife, so that you're around the fire. I believe in order to be able to do this business at a high level and to be successful, you got to be hot on the inside. And what I mean by hot on the inside, you got to have a passion and a fire and an excitement about NeoLife and what you're doing. And how do you stay hot on the inside? I think it's by plugging in and staying around the campfire, by joining our weekly leadership lives, joining us at Impact Summit, and making sure you're plugging into all of your team events. So, plugging in, critically important for your success.
When Elon Musk decided to start his own company to build rockets, his friends told him, "You're crazy. It'll never work." They even went as far as to plan an intervention, making him watch a video montage of rocket after rocket blowing up. "You're literally blowing up your money," they told him. But Elon's vision was too big to let his best friends talk him out of it. It was about so much more than just building rockets. Rockets were just the tool to make his bigger vision possible, to colonize Mars, to make life multiplanetary. And it's a good thing he didn't listen to his friends. His company, SpaceX, made the first reusable rocket at a fraction of the cost, and he has revolutionized the rocket industry. He has revolutionized a tool that opens the possibilities to so much more. Satellites, defense, space travel, maybe even living on other planets eventually. I see NeoLife as a tool that opens the possibilities to so much more, a tool for better health, more energy, community, more friendships. A tool for better finances, to make extra money to pay for school or debt, credit cards, vacation, to create residual income. A tool for personal development, skill development, how to win friends and influence people. A biohack for more brain power that will supercharge the innovative minds of the next generation. The value of this NeoLife tool, it does vary. It's all about how you use it, what you put into it, the size of the vision behind it. A vision that's big enough to keep going even when your best friends don't think you can do it. A vision, a why that's big enough that you're gonna find a way. And do you know what happened when SpaceX had their first launch? It crashed and burned, right? The whole team, they were feeling so defeated. They'd worked so hard for this. But Elon Musk walked over to them to talk to them, and he said, "When we started, we all knew we could fail on the first mission, but we will try again. We will try again. Most of us are leaving here with a new vision for what's possible, a new excitement. And some of you have just decided to become a promoter and start your new business. So exciting. Welcome to the family, and I cannot wait to get to know you at Impact Summit in Las Vegas. And some of you already have a NeoLife business, and you're coming out of here with just a bigger hunger and drive than ever, ready to set new goals and get to work. It's guaranteed that we're going to have setbacks and challenges this year, just like any other year. Nothing great is ever easy, but if your why is big enough, it's so worth it. I believe we all have a God-given purpose in this world, and we're only gonna find it if we keep going, if we keep persevering in hard times, if we will try again. And I wanna say thank you so much for your partnership, your friendship, leadership. I cannot wait to see what you accomplish in 2024, and I'm sure we're gonna continue to be just shocked and amazed in what we can accomplish together in the year ahead. I mean, world-class products, support, community. The foundation has been laid. The rocket has been built. Where will you take it?